So today's job, we've got to fix the horrible naturally aspirated induction noise with a straight 6 diesel hose. So let me show you what I mean. See what I mean? The induction noise is horrible, and I've done 50,000 Ks like that. My ears aren't the best anymore. It hurts. So, you know how we're gonna fix that? Airbox. We're gonna make a custom airbox, and we'll see how it goes. So it is the Nissan TD42, and at the moment, it has a full AU Falcon skid car spec air filter. As you can see, it looks horrible. It's high off the ground, so if you go through a river, you won't get a lot of water in it, or if not any, because it's so high. So far, I'm thinking the best point to sit it over there on that nice bracket where the fuel filter is. So the plan is taking the air filter off. This is a 2.5 inch to 3 inch adapter, so I'll keep the 3 inch. I'll put a 90 degree from there, and because I said that the airbox will go here, we'll just make a straight pipe out of either aluminium or silicon, something that can take the vibrations of the motor, turning, torquing. So the air filter box needs to be wider than the actual air filter for obvious reasons. You gotta fit your hands around it, you gotta undo it, you gotta replace it, take it out, blow it out and whatnot. So it's gonna sit here, but we've got 3 hours before I have to leave. So let's get cracking.
First on the list was to measure up the air filter to know how big we need to build this box.
So 200 by 250. So 250. 500. Ooh. So we can make.
And then using a marker, we drew up all the different cuts we need to build up our housing, using a square to ensure it's as straight as possible.
So first of all, this sheet is 1.6 mil thick. We got it at our local steel shop. It was 122 bucks for, this is literally only half of what I bought. And we're using 1/10 of what I bought. So this is only worth, God, only $15, $20 worth of steel here. So I've just gone and drawn all of the squares out to make our box. So it's gonna fit really well and easy to get into. So I'm gonna cut them out. I've got the safeties on. We'll put the earmuffs on. We'll go cutting.
After measuring and cutting out each side of the box, we did some final checks before moving on. And after figuring out how to use a square, Cam told me what his plan was.
So the plan is to have a see-through top so you can see the air filter is the plan, so you can see how completely clogged it is. So you can easily see through it like that. So what I'm gonna do is cut this hole out, and then we've got Perspex just behind you there. We're gonna cover this with Perspex. Now I've got this 20 mil gap the whole way around to a riv nut set. So it's gonna put nuts in here. They'll look really nice. So I'm gonna drill the holes for the riv nut now because it's much stronger as a big plate other than just a square. It's gotta be much stronger and nicer to drill holes. So I'm gonna drill them now. So I've chosen to go for the M6 bolts. Nothing too huge, it's only holding a bit of Perspex down, but for an M6, why is it just me? Oh, that's upside down. That's a bit better. So it's nice, it says what drill bit you need. So for an M6 bolts that we've got, use 9mm drill bit. So we'll get a 9mm and start drilling. I'm snacking on the pods right now. Our kit has everything but a 9mm. So of course, 10 minutes drive to Bunnings.
And back. Let's do that.
20 minutes.
Once we had made it back from our Bunnings adventure, we pre-marked where we wanted the riv nuts to sit, and then it was straight into drilling, using a small size first to make the larger drilling process easier. Then, the center hole was cut out with a grinder and sanded back. At this point, all the pieces were ready to be assembled, and using the square again, it was all tacked and finally starting to come together. So I've tacked it all in place, just at every corner, looking schmick as.
coming together pretty good. Now I'm gonna fully weld it. I just do a lot of tack welds, just a lot of tack welds. But yeah, I'll get to it.
Without wasting any time and ensuring that all the welds looked even, he welded up every individual side on his cube and grinded it down so it's nice and flat.
That's a finished product for the welded box. Came out pretty good. We are gonna paint it in a second, but came out really good. I'm very happy with it. Now we're gonna put the mounting points for the air filter on. I'm gonna put this on here and draw around it so I can see my circle. It's a 3 inlet, so
Hopes and dreams.
because I was thinking
Oh God.
cut till the grinder hits the edges. Just cut little bits.
So I guess that's what we did. After trialing many unsuccessful methods to pull these tabs away, it was time to get the pipe to fit.
Looks like a blowout.
It does.
Nice.
And after a bit more persuasion, it slid right in.
Oh. Right.
Made it too big. So now everything had been cut, welded, grinded, and fitted. We needed an airtight way to view the filter. And what could possibly go wrong?
We try again.
And now we try again. So, we did try again. And I'm sure nothing could go wrong again. So with fading light, we gotta get this done quickly. Here's the plan. We're gonna paint it with the same stuff that I painted my scrub bars. It's just a black paint. It should work out very fine. So, paint gun, airbox, let's do it. So now it's finished up painting and we're gonna leave it overnight and we'll come back and see how it looks in the morning.
So here's the finished product. It has turned out so much better than I thought. So what we've done, I've mounted it to a already existing bracket, which made it so much easier. So I've just welded it. It's simple, it's strong, it's not moving. The holes that you saw earlier that we were drilling were for the riv nuts. So we've put some riv nuts in and then put some perspex over it to stop any dust or anything getting in, and then silicone. But that silicone we won't use later on. Might put some rubber or something in there, but it was just for now to get me back to work. This pipe, 3-inch flexible pipe, was from super cheap. It was about 30 bucks. It came with clamps. It turned out pretty good. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with it. We did break one sheet of perspex, so this is the second bit of perspex. So let's go see how it sounds. It's just dulled the induction noise down. It muffles it down a lot, so it's much nicer to drive. It's not so such bad induction noise, and now it's like putting a muffler on the intake, and it just made it so much nicer to drive.
It sounds more meaty too.
A
lot more controlled. I think would be the way
It
to
sounds much better. It was so worth the half a day to build and $30 worth of steel.
Yeah.
Well, that's all for today. Put a comment down below if you have any ideas of what I can do to the International Ute. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.